Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to this latest episode of Fresh Review Friday. So sit back, relax, grab your cigar, maybe a drink, and enjoy. What's up guys? Welcome to another Fresh Review Friday. As you can see, the ambiance and the atmosphere change a little bit because it's a little chilly out. And we didn't want to be freezing over on the over at the bar, as cool as it looks. And
Too cool.
Too cool. And so we're over here by an open fire. So hanging out and reviewing another cigar, and this cigar I got sent by a couple of buddies of mine who live up in Bakersfield. You hear me mention Bakersfield, and you probably automatically assume the Bakersfield Gentlemen, Frankie and Miguel. Really good buddies of ours, and they sent us their new cigar line called Pariah, and the one that we're going to be trying tonight is called the Rush. So,
let's only hope so.
Shall we rush into it?
No, let's take our time.
Okay.
And smoke the whole thing.
Yes, sounds good. All right, cue music. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Fresh Review Friday. Say hi to everybody, Dad.
Hi, everybody, Dad.
So, hanging out on my dad's patio this time around. Decided to take it a little bit further back from the bar. It's a little chilly out, and smoking by an open fire, I think, is pretty apropos.
Toasty.
Very toasty. We're coming up on Thanksgiving this week, and I think it's only fair to mention a few things we're thankful for, Pop. You want to say a few things you're thankful for?
Sure. I'm thankful for our lovely home and my kids being healthy, grandkids being healthy. Although Kyle's younger brother Corey came down with the COVID last week, but he's doing fine. Minor symptoms. He's got tiger blood, so he's going to be just fine. Winning, and work is good, life is good, and everybody's healthy and fully employed. So I'm very thankful for all of those things.
Absolutely, and similarly, thankful for my family, thankful for my home, thankful that we get to do this on a pretty regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
Thankful that we get to hang out and smoke cigars together, that our families get to connect on a very frequent basis, and not too much time and space in between. And I think that's one of the most wonderful things about the fact that you live a lot closer now.
Yeah, 8 miles as the crow flies.
Yes, exactly.
Instead of 45.
Yeah, used to be pretty long distance. We'd still see each other a lot, but this is much better, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we're very excited for this week, and hope you guys get to enjoy and spend time with your families. I know it's a little tough sledding in that regard right now. It's you might not be able to see your family. You may have to stay where you are, but I hope you guys get to eat a lot of good food and watch good football and just enjoy yourselves, because that's really what it's all about, and celebrating what we're thankful for. So speaking of other things I'm thankful for, I want to say thank you again to my buddies, the Bakersfield Gentlemen, for sending us these cigars. And Frankie, I'm fulfilling your request right now, sitting down with my pop. I know you wanted to hear what he had to say about these cigars, so what do you say we get to it, Pop?
Well, wait, there should be one more thing you're really thankful for this week.
Oh, and what is that?
Kyle's dad had 220 sticks land on his porch this week, of which I gave him one of everything, and maybe a few more than one of some other things.
Hey, you know what? I have shouted that from the rooftops on social media specifically this week.
Just giving him a hard time.
On the Dad Smoking Cigars, Instagram, Facebook, and several of the groups we're members of.
Helping him with my new addiction to cigarbid.com.
Yes, I am a benefactor from my dad's new addiction, and the fact that he can't fit all of them in his humidor, so he decides to transfer some to mine, and I am very, very thankful, Dad.
So we'll accept all those recommendations from much larger humidors while you're watching the show.
Oh, we're going to be getting messages and emails and stuff like that. One of my buddies actually said, "Can your dad adopt me, please?" So,
well, Kyle may be an orphan if I keep buying these cigars on Cigarbid, so we'll have to wait and see. Put it in the mail bag, and we'll take a look at it.
Yes, exactly.
Or the email bag.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, Pop, what do you say we go ahead and light these up and
up.
get to it? You start.
Well, I didn't punch mine yet.
You didn't punch yours yet?
I did not.
Why you got to punch it? What did it do to you?
Well, you know.
It is called Pariah.
Just in case it hits me back.
Which it may very well do so.
With a name like Pariah.
Well, yeah. And the rush. It's going to rush you.
Nice cold draw.
Awesome.
I know I'm going to have a great experience in that regard.
Okay.
So, a little toasty.
In case you're wondering why I'm just sitting here, my cutter broke. So, I'm mooching off my dad, which shouldn't surprise anyone considering he just told you he gave me a bunch of cigars. So.
I'm an enabler.
He is a total enabler. Probably should have used a smaller punch, but oh well.
Nah.
Life goes on. Ooh, that is a tasty cold draw. I always end up inhaling like a little bit of filler almost every time. Hits the back of my throat. Kind of like that little tiny sweet and low packet that you folded up and nailed the
expertly threw in the back of his throat, made him choke. So funny, the guy in the booth next to us.
Okay,
he disappeared with laughter.
We got to lend a little context to that story in just a second.
It was a great day in the life, I got to tell you. People.
Because all of that probably made 0 sense to everyone listening.
Okay,
so
let me set the stage.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, when I was
one of the most humiliating days of my life.
My children trusted me implicitly, and I pushed the boundaries of that trust as much as I possibly
could. It was
a
mistake.
To teach them life lessons. You can't always trust everybody all the time.
That's what you were going for?
Not even dear old dad. So anyway, we're sitting in a Coco's, which is a restaurant that is disappearing like a dinosaur these days.
Oh, yeah.
Having a little breakfast, and so I'd made my coffee, and there were a couple of sweet and low packets that had been, you know, disposed of on the table, and the top that I tore off, I wadded into a tiny little ball. And I don't know, this little voice inside my head just said, why don't you see if Kyle will open his mouth?
It was the devil.
It may have been.
It was Satan?
So I said, hey, Kyle, open your mouth really wide and say, ah. And so he said, ah, and I flicked that thing with precision. It was a 1 in a million shot. Landed right in the back of his throat. And he immediately proceeds to choke. Like that.
Asshole!
Anyway, still makes me laugh to this day, as you can tell. And
I'm not salty about it at all.
Here we are, you know, almost 30 plus years later, still talking about it, and it still makes me laugh. But Kyle no longer falls for that trick.
Oh no, and I've already warned my children ahead of time that if Ampa, as he is affectionately known as, ever asks you to open your mouth wide to see how big you can get it, don't listen. I ruined his fun for the next couple generations.
That's all right. Send your kids over for a visit. We'll see if they trust me.
Well, seeing how my oldest tends to forget everything I tell him, you might have a shot, Dad. So
there's always hope.
After all that, probably should get to the cigar itself.
Oh yeah, so we're here to rate the cigar.
This is actually kind of a spicy Connecticut, because this is in Ecuadorian Connecticut. As far as the binder and fillers, I have no additional information to give. I tried to get in touch with Frankie, and I waited a little too long, and I'll probably have to throw in a few details later. But I'm getting some spice initially off of it, and I'm kind of surprised. It's a nice little baking spice flavor that I'm getting. Don't know about you.
I'm getting more of an earth, leather, very earthy, not in an unpleasant way.
Yeah.
The cigar is extremely firm, but not.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't hinder the smoke at all. You can
it's
tell it's really rolled well on the inside.
It's got a nice light draw.
It's not bound together too tightly, and yeah, the draw is fantastic. If I don't get a serious amount of smoke in a cigar, I'm disappointed, and this is not disappointing me at all.
Yeah, no, I love having good smoke output. I'm not getting as much of the earthiness that you're getting. I'm getting kind of like still more of that kind of baking spice flavor. A little bit of earthiness. I think I kind of see what you're getting there, but it is a little bit more. It has kind of a subtle sweetness to it.
A little bit of sweetness.
Almost kind of like grassy hay sweetness that I've tasted in other Connecticut's. But right off the bat, it's really tasty.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm enjoying it so far.
Ditto.
So, but yeah, and it's got a nice, slow, even burn. I mean, sometimes when I've lit a cigar, as soon as I start it, it like starts canoeing and doing all that weird stuff that some cigars do. But the burn is almost razor straight, which is excellent in my opinion, because I'm obsessive over touching up my cigar.
For me, there's just a touch of spice at the end, maybe just a touch.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pleasant aftertaste, not bitter at all. I think this is going to pair really nicely with, I brought out some Irish whiskey tonight just to give it a try, Proper
drinking.
12.
I'm going to go ahead and take a sip since
the boys in the UFC said we have to try, and I don't want them to come over here and, random acts of violence.
Don't want to piss them off.
Conor McGregor says drink it or else, so we're going to drink it.
Well, shall we toast, Pappy?
Nazdrovia.
Nazdrovia. All right, well, we have lit it up, we've gotten started, and we have cracked open the whiskey, so we're going to just chill, smoke it down a little bit, and we will be back with you guys once we finished up the first third. So, yeah.
We'll be right this after back.
Well, he said. All right, guys, we have smoked down the first third of the Pariah Rush. And Dad, what are your thoughts? First of all, does it pair pretty nice with the whiskey?
Actually, it does. We're trying Proper 12 for the first time. It's really smooth, and it's a great compliment to this cigar, by the way.
Yes, definitely.
This is also very smooth, very smokable, pleasant draw, plenty of smoke. The flavor it's not going to reach out and grab the back of your throat. It's very pleasant. And it actually smooths out.
It does.
The first third.
It's kind of it's definitely mellowed out in terms of flavor and stuff like that. I'm still getting a little bit of that spice I was getting initially, but it's mellowed out in terms of it's got kind of a toasty flavor to it, almost like a toasted cedar.
Yep.
A slight hint of cream.
Little creaminess in the middle third. Absolutely, I'm tasting that right now.
Now you were commenting on this, and I'm actually very impressed by this because there have been times where I have purchased or been given a cigar that was rolled so tight, and the tightness of the roll really hindered how well it smoked, and almost smoked as if it was plugged or something like that, and I couldn't get much smoke out of it. Now this cigar is rolled nice and tight. I mean, it's solid, rock solid.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think you can get a wrapper any harder than this one. If you drop these, I'm afraid you're going to crack them. I mean, that's how hard they are. But the inside filler, it's perfect.
It's nice and open. The draw is incredibly smooth. I got a nice long ash going here, and Dad tapped his off. But I think this.
I love to tap that ash.
Don't we all? Don't we all? But I think the long ash kind of owes a bit to the construction and how tightly it's rolled. But it's rolled very well. It's done in a way to where it doesn't mess with the draw. It doesn't take away from the experience at all. And I'm very impressed by that, definitely. So, but yeah, nice mellow flavor. Pretty much everything you might expect from a Connecticut cigar. But it's got a little bit more spice than some of the Connecticut's I've smoked. But it's tasty. I'm enjoying it so far.
I'm enjoying the creamy, toasty, as Kyle described it, middle third of this cigar. I'm really interested to see how the last third of this thing smokes.
A little spicy on the retro head. And there goes my ash. There it goes.
He made an ash out of himself, ladies and gentlemen.
Like I do.
Tried to warn him.
Doesn't matter how long you've been smoking cigars. I know people who have been smoking for decades and they still ash on themselves on occasion. So, happens to the best of us.
Wish I could say I've never done it.
I doubt you can.
This week.
Right. I doubt you can find someone who hasn't done that. So, but it's always best when it happens on camera.
Right.
So, but anyways, that's the first third thoughts for the Pariah Rush, and so we're gonna keep smoking it down. Back with you guys in a second and give you our thoughts, and we'll see how much we've had to drink in between now and then.
Don't go away.
Yes, please.
Do grab some bourbon. We'll be right back.
G'day mates, it's time for another Aussie update.
Aussie update time.
Yeah. Now, I'm leading this time. Normally it's my dear old dad who leads off on this one, but because we got a very special care package sent to us from our mate Craig Bainham.
Thanks, Craig.
Yes, thanks, Craig, who we always mention in our updates because he's very near and dear to us and he's a good friend. And he sent us this lovely little bag of goodies. So we're going to go through them. Now, Dad hasn't seen what's in here, so he doesn't know what to expect. And
I took me pills as a precaution. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
I'm going to start with the more tame things that we've been given. And we've been sent some treats. And one of the first ones we're going to look at is some minties.
Minties.
A nice chewy minty candy. The wife sampled some of these before I came over here. And from what I understand, they're quite tasty. So we probably will be enjoying these later. Get rid of that smoky breath.
All you little mites probably got those in your Halloween bag this year.
So, and we've got some nice little cozies right here. Fuzzy cozies. I haven't seen a fuzzy one. Well, never mind. I've never seen a cozy with a bit of fuzz all over it, and I quite like this one. It's from Bundaberg, Australian rum. They also make some ginger beer, which is quite tasty. And so yeah, this is one of two. And they both have a big old bear on the front. So, those little cozies right there. Now,
nice pair of cozies.
I wasn't surprised to see this one. I'd heard of it, but I'd never actually tried it. And now that I have it, I know I'm going to have to try it. And that is a big squeezy bottle of Vegemite, which is Australia's favourite spread.
Goes now, on everything.
I'm saying that a little bit tongue-in-cheek because I've known some Aussies to say that, well, you can live on it, but it tastes like shit. So...
She's right, mate. Follow Kyle for interesting Vegemite recipes. Now,
these come from Craig's wife, so we have her to thank for these. These are a couple of little shot glasses. They're very provocative shape, so there you go, Dad. Beaches and bikinis are what Australia are known for.
Here's to the Queen.
And these are in the shape of a lovely little hourglass shape and a couple other curvy parts.
For our mates on Not So Gentlemanly Cigars, boobs, cigars.
I'll be posting these later. So, now, we got
licking the outsides of the glass.
We got another little treat here that I brought for you, Dad. These are some lovely little chocolate caramels that I can't remember the name of, but basically they're Rolos on steroids.
Nice.
And they're quite tasty. So thank you for those, Craig. Now, for the coup de grace. This is the one thing that I made sure I didn't show me old Dad, because...
Mate, you may want to avert your eyes.
I didn't know if it was going to give him a heart attack, or he would roll over in fits of laughter, both. So,
certainly
we got
not a Woody.
A lovely set of Roo balls. Kangaroo balls.
That's
These
not
are kangaroo.
RuPaul, the drag queen.
No,
these are Roo balls.
Testicles. And as far as I can tell, these are the real thing. And they've been made into a lovely little bottle opener in the shape of good old Australia. So, cheers, Craig. I definitely didn't see this one fucking coming.
Well, fuck me, Dad. What do you say? I need to keep these warm. We'll just put them right here for later.
Another nice little fuzzy cozy thing.
Right.
I didn't expect to see in a bag of goodies, but good on you, Craig. I laughed my ass off.
Cheers, Craig. It was a ripper.
Absolutely. Total ripper. So, thank you to our friend Craig down under. We appreciate you.
We love you. The thunder.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's our latest Aussie update, bag of goodies. Hope you enjoyed. Now on to the sort of more serious part of the show. Cheers.
Cheers. And we're back.
Stole my thunder. Yes, we're back.
Couldn't help myself.
No, it's all good. So we are back smoking down the second third of the Pariah Rush, and Dad, you had some pretty nice things to say about that middle third right there.
Oh yeah, rich, creamy, smooth. It really smoothed out. I said it was smoother than Salma Hayek's backside, with maybe a little J-Lo there at the end. All you folks can appreciate that, I'm sure. Even the ladies.
Yes, I know a few ladies who really would appreciate that and that find that highly entertaining. So, though, it definitely smoothed out very nicely in the middle third, rich and creamy. Some of that spice is backing off a bit. When I do the retrohale, and I'm the only one of the two of us who does that. Dad was holding on to his ash on film.
I forgot to tap that ash.
He was trying to see how long it would hold on.
I was trying to do that.
And apparently I couldn't hold on any longer.
Couldn't hold it.
Couldn't hold it any longer, Captain. So, but no, just nice, smooth. A lot more creaminess, I think, out of the middle third. A little toasty. Some of that kind of toasted cedar flavor I was getting at the beginning. It kind of got a bit stronger right there in the middle.
Yeah, a little spiciness coming on right now as I'm getting down to the end of the middle third. Just a touch.
Woo! Spicy retrohale. That is spicy.
That's a spicy cigar.
So, but no, very good, very tasty. I'm enjoying the transition. I'm interested to see if it transitions any further once we kind of get it down more towards the nub. Because I feel like this is a nub-worthy cigar. I think depending on how it transitions towards the end, it'll definitely be worthy of getting it down to that the bitter end.
It's also really cool on the end. It's not a hot burning cigar.
Oh, not at all.
I've got my finger right up next to the ash and don't even feel the heat. It's not burning my fingers at all.
Not at all. And the construction's still staying pretty good. There's a little more give as it's starting to burn down, like up towards the burn. I'm giving a gentle little squeeze, and there's a little more give. So I think down towards the cap, solid as a rock. Towards the burn, a little softer. So I think that as it burns down, it starts to just open up and soften a little bit. But still, excellent construction. The burn's been really nice. I haven't had to touch it up much at all. So, and I'm pretty OCD when it comes to that. Like if it gets off even a little bit, I tend to touch it up just a little bit because for some reason that bothers me.
Yeah, the burn's been perfect. No unevenness about this cigar. I mean, I guess that means I lit it properly, but nonetheless, you see some cigars canoe.
Yeah.
Or just burn through the middle. This is rolled to perfection. It's burning nice and evenly. It's an outstanding cigar.
Absolutely. So. Anyways, all right, guys, we will smoke down to that final third, give you our final thoughts, and we will see you guys then.
Peace. Don't go away.
Alrighty, we're down to, well, Dad, more so than me, down to the very, very end.
Ow! Burn my flesh! Ah!
Too hot on the cigar!
Well.
Burn myself! Good God! So, Dad's always been a little bit of a fast smoker.
I'm a two-puffer.
Two-puffer.
Sorry about that.
And but he's getting it down, pretty much down to the nub. And what are your thoughts right now, other than the burn right now, because you're trying to just get it down to the very end?
Usually a cigar down this far, well, not usually. A lot of cigars will be very hot, and you just can't get to this point. But this one, I mean, there's just enough room for my fingers. It's time for a pick. Yeah. Although I feel like if I used a pick on this one, I might damage the wrapper. Yeah. Because it's wrapped so solidly, but...
Yeah, Connecticut's are pretty delicate wrappers, I've found. If you smoke them out in too cold of an environment, they'll start to crack.
Yeah, we're probably about 45 degrees outside right now, but we're sitting here by this lovely fire.
Yes.
But still smooth, just a tad on the spicy side. Not peppery, but spicy. So it's actually very enjoyable. Yeah, you can tell. I wouldn't smoke a cigar down to the nub if I didn't really like it.
Oh, yeah.
So I would say this one, you got to grab a box.
Definitely nub worthy. They come in 5-packs right now. They haven't started distributing boxes.
So buy 5.
Buy 5. Now there is the Rush, and unfortunately, and I apologize to my buddies Frankie and Miguel for forgetting the name of the other one. I think the other one, it's more of a Maduro type cigar or Habano. And so there's 2 different kinds of Pariah cigars. And if you go check out their Instagram, and you'll be able to find out what those are, and go ahead and give and order some. They're going out like crazy. They're getting bought up like crazy. So they're doing very well. They just did a cigar show recently, and they had pretty good success with that. So people are liking what they are slinging, and I definitely like it myself. So
I'm a fan.
Definitely.
Well done, guys.
Thank you, Frankie and Miguel, for sending these to me. I'm glad that I got to smoke them with my pop. I know, Frankie, you specifically wanted to know what my dad thought. And Dad, if you had to give this cigar a rating, what would you give it?
I'd give it a solid 8.5.
Yeah.
Maybe a 9 if it was warmer outside. It was a good smoke, but I think maybe the cold air might have taken a little away from it. I think this would be a great, summer night, springtime cigar. If we'd have smoked this during the day, it was lovely today. It was in the 70s.
Yep.
This might even be a really good breakfast cigar for those of you who like to light up with a cup of coffee first thing in the morning.
I was thinking the same thing.
I would definitely say this is a winner.
Yeah, definitely. So I think the next time I smoke this, I'm going to try and smoke it with a cup of coffee and see how I like that experience, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to enjoy it. A good Connecticut with a cup of coffee is always a good way to go. So. But delicious cigar, and I think I'm right there with you. I think of like how they rate cigars with, Cigar Aficionado and other places like that. I think if I were to use how they rate it, I would give it a good 89, 90. So, good cigar.
Yeah.
Great first effort, guys. I'm really proud of what you've accomplished and putting out your own cigars. It's definitely an accomplishment for sure. And
pat yourselves on the back, guys.
Exactly. Please do. Very good. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, great hanging out with you, Pop, and I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving, or had a happy Thanksgiving by the time this video goes out. Thanksgiving will have come and gone, and it will be Black Friday. Yeah. So do your shopping, but don't be crazy. Don't be going out with mass crowds and all of that insanity. Maybe try to do all your shopping online. Cyber Monday is not too far away, so if you can be patient, maybe wait till then. But
so enjoy those turkey memorial services. Crowds of 30 are encouraged. And if you exceed that 2-hour time limit, well, a memorial is over when it's over, and there's going to be a lot of speeches.
Yes.
Just a lot of remembrances of how fond you were of your turkeys.
And drunken speeches.
And all I can say is, suck it, Gavin Newsom.
Oh, God. We don't get political here, Dad.
That's anti-political. I'm anti-Gavin Newsom. He's hindering our personal freedoms.
Oh, God. I may have to edit that. Anyway, so...
See, now I'm being censored by the press. Where does it end? That's what I'm talking about.
Help, I'm being oppressed.
That's right.
All right, guys.
That's ageism. He's profiling 50-plus-year-old men.
I can't win. Doesn't matter what I do. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for joining us, and as always, catch you in the next one.
Peace, love, and happiness.
And turkey comas. Hey guys, thanks again for tuning into this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and also follow Dad Smoking Cigars on dads_smoking_cigars on Instagram, and be sure to check us out on Facebook. Until then, guys, stay smoky, and I'll see you in the next one.